Hi, this is Tim Littman from the Rodef Brotherhood, uh, talking to Les Berkowitz today, who's a long-standing member of Rodef Sholem Temple, and we're going to be talking about Tales from Quarantine, conversations with the congregants. Les, good afternoon. How are you doing today?
I'm hanging in there.
Well, that's good. Uh, I just want to ask you, under the current restrictions, uh, has it made any difference to you and Nancy and to your routine as to what you're doing and uh, your living conditions?
It it really hasn't affected our living conditions. What it has affected is our mobility. Uh, be, because of the concern about coronavirus, uh, we don't go out. We stay in our apartment to the maximum extent, uh, with a few exceptions. Uh, the exceptions having to do with my taking Nancy to doctor's appointments, and tomorrow I'm scheduled for uh, an echocardiogram, and so I'll go out and schedule. But basically, we stay in, and uh, you're aware of the fact that uh, the JCC is closed, so I can't go to the gym there,
Yeah, so what are you
or
doing
physical
for
therapy.
exercising?
And uh, the exercising I do is that I walk in the hallway outside. I do is our apartment, and it's a very long hallway, and I walk from one end to the other and back. And today, for example, I did what I call 5 laps, and I did 5 laps yesterday and the day before. And all I can say is that we keep trying. Uh, Another thing that uh, uh, we have to live with is that because of the concern about coronavirus, my my daughter, who lives in Philadelphia, has made arrangements for people to do the marketing for us, and
How do you place
we
the
have.
orders?
I tell her what we need, and she contacts people who do the marketing and drop it off. I've been involved with one group of Brotherhood members who take turns picking up the day old bread at the market district every Tuesday morning and taking it to the pantry at the East End Cooperative Ministry. And because of concern about coronavirus, uh, team members really don't feel that it's appropriate that they go out. And my daughter made arrangements with Sarah Wertheimer, and Sarah has been picking up the bread and taking it to the pantry. And she just did it yesterday, and the week before, and the week before that. But in addition, uh, I have another team of people uh, who take turns conducting Friday evening services at the Weinberg Terrace, and Weinberg Terrace is closed now. And so we haven't been doing that either. And all I can say is we are hanging in there. We'll keep trying. And I'm grateful to my daughter and the people who she makes arrangements with to make sure that we don't run out of food, and to Sarah and to all the guys on my team. And of course, on weekends, I get on the computer and attend the Saturday morning study group and service, and we keep trying.
Yeah, that's good. Those are important things. So yeah, and that's, I wanted, how are you allocating your time during this isolation, during the days, day after day after day?
Well, one of the things that we do during the day, we have subscriptions to the New York Times and the Post Gazette, and we spend time reading the paper. And since Nancy has MS and is not mobile, I am the cook. And so I have to make breakfast and lunch and dinner and things like that. And when you think about it, the fact that she is still willing and able to eat the food that I prepare, I think is a joke, but she thinks it's very good.
I'm
And
sure it
I'm
is good.
pleased.
I'm sure you're doing an outstanding job for this, long period of time of your being a caregiver, and you are outstanding. Tell us about, what you normally do, the walk for MS.
Mm-hmm. Well, this year there was no walk. It was canceled like everything else. And what what can I say? Every Monday night after dinner, uh, one of the things that I've been doing is staying in touch with the people we know who who we really need to stay in touch with. And the people I'm talking about are people who are fighting cancers of one kind or another. That it's very, very important that we stay in touch with one another. And it it not only helps ourselves, but it helps them. And I've found that the people in our congregation really do a very, very fine job of staying in touch. Uh, there are so many of them in brotherhood, in sisterhood, uh, and uh, uh, and the fact that we've been able to use technology to help us conduct study groups and conduct services and things like that is really incredible when you think about how quickly we've been able to make use of such techniques.
So, is there anything that we, Brotherhood or Temple can do for you and Nancy to help you in any way at this time during these circumstances?
At the moment, I would say no. Our job is to continue to keep trying. I have to say that what we do in that way really goes back to other former members of Brotherhood. I don't know whether you and Peter remember Wally Ellman, but
Very well.
Wally
A friend of mine.
was a member of Brotherhood for many, many years, and he turned over that job to me. And
if Wally were living today, he would be 93 or 94 years old. He's
yep.
same
Well,
as
I'm
my brother.
Yep.
Outstanding person. Wally and Renee Ellman were two very, very dedicated people.
They really were, and but the thing that I point out is that when you look around us at Temple, you will find so many people who are helping others, and that's one of the things I think that makes life worthwhile.
Well, thank God for people like you, Les, and thank you for allowing me to come into your home and interview you for this brief period. And we all at Brotherhood and the congregation wish the best for you and Nancy now and in the future. And again, I want to thank you for participating in our Tales from Quarantine, and we will be personally in touch with you on an ongoing basis. Thank you very much, Les.
Thank you, and Peter, and all I can say is let's keep trying.